How does a family's social class affect one's definition of home? If we told you that individuals from opposite ends of the social class spectrum gave us similar answers, would you believe us? An individual's lifestyle, income, occupation, and education all have a piece in determining one's social class, potentially impacting their idea of a home. So do you think an individual's social class can affect their meaning of home? When asked, what does home mean to you, people can answer with a variety of responses. One of the individuals in our survey based his answer off of his personal experiences of living around the military. This lifestyle shaped his view of a home as not actually being a place, but just somewhere family is surrounding him. The other individual in the survey described home as a place overflowing with family and love. A home can contain many things that do not necessarily have to be present in order to make it truly feel like home. One interviewee gave the response of not needing more of the materialistic things in the world, but instead the simple act of being with loved ones makes a home the best it can be. The second interviewee decided a home for them included more dogs to love on and spaces to entertain in, like a big backyard for family barbecues.
When our interviewees were asked about what their dream home would look like, we received similar answers despite their drastically different backgrounds. Each of the answers were that as long as everyone inside is happy, that is what makes a house their dream home. A house could have everything you could possibly want. However, the way the occupants feel is what makes it perfect. As you would suspect, when asked what was most important, objects and possessions or feelings and emotions, our interviewees all responded with the same answer. We were told that objects and possessions cannot compare to feelings and emotions. We discovered that the bond between family is more important despite the amount of wealth a family does or does not have.
The military was a large part of this person's life, so moving a lot made it hard to possess physical treasures, learning what truly mattered most: love, family, and happiness. He explained that a physical structure or house is important, but who you share it with is much more necessary to live in a healthy home. This person described themselves as coming from a lower income house, but even when asked about his idea of a dream home, answered with family being the most important component. Person 2 is a perfect example of how the true meaning of home isn't always altered by their social class. They too found love, family, and happiness to be the greatest aspects of a home. Although the materialist things you'd expect an upper middle class family to have are indeed there, they went on to tell that those weren't the core values of a home, meaning the sentiments inside the home are what counts the most.
At the end of the day, it was family, feelings, and emotions that affected the interviewees the most, not the amount of money that they have or had. Coming into this experiment, we did expect a slight change in answers from those who come from a family with little compared to those who come from a family with much. This might have been true had not both of the families shared the same amount of love within them. You may be wondering how we came to these conclusions. Well, of the 8 people we interviewed, we took the answers belonging to the interviewee that came from the lowest income family and compared them to the interviewee that came from the highest income family. In doing this, we were able to not only rid the experiment of repetitive and redundant answers, but we were also able to compare our most extreme cases.